There's no need for manners or courtesy or anything today, so let it all hang out.
Mono, let's do this. Let's do this, Hiro Tatsuya. I've been running after Miss President for a while, but I still can't catch sight of her. She's so fast, it's almost supernatural. I even begin to think that her path may not be hindered by the invisible walls. Wait a second. Now that I think about it, she's not a participant in the P1 Grand Prix. She didn't appear in an introduction video, and even though she'd been there when I faced off with Yukiko, she wasn't affected by the rules. Should she be able to walk through these walls? If so, then catching up to her will be quite difficult. Just as I'm thinking this, suddenly a blue door appears in my path. I've seen this before. This is the entrance to the Velvet Room. I don't have time to deal with this, or so I think, but when I consider the timing of his appearance, I can't help but feel that there must be a reason for it. I make up my mind and reach for the door. As I walk through the door, I feel a slight sense of lightheadedness, and I close my eyes reflexively. What the hell? When I open my eyes, I'm seated in my usual position, and Margaret is smiling quiet at me, as if nothing is different. When she sees that I notice her, she speaks as if I'm aware of my impatience. As if aware of my impatience.
You seem flustered, but time has no meaning here.
Really? Margaret politely points this out, knowing that I'm in a hurry. Time is meaningless, huh? I thought I had figured out a few things about this room, but it seems that there's still more for me to learn about it. If time doesn't pass while I'm in this room, then I should concentrate on what she's about to tell me. Once again, as if reading my thoughts, Margaret smiles.
It seems you've emerged victorious and have come away with a piece of the truth. Though you are in a garden of deceit, you have the vision to go forward. Very impressive.
Is that student council president's shadow really the cause of all this then?
Who can say? All I know is that you are getting ever closer to the truth. There is one thing I can tell you.
Margaret's golden eyes are fixed on mine.
If that girl's shadow is the cause of this misfortune, she will face her trial. But it's separate from your fate. You have your own trial to overcome. Keep that to heart.
My own trial?
I didn't mean to, but I repeat what Margaret had just
Everyone
said.
sees various things in you that draw them to you. Salvation, hope. I myself find fascination in watching over you. Fate may not be the author of your trials, but you are destined to be tested.
Margaret smiles mischievously and nods towards me. As I leave the Velvet Room, Margaret slowly starts undressing. Another slight feeling of lightheadedness passes, and I return to the otherworldly school, just when it was getting to the good part. Now the blue door is nowhere to be found, as if it had never been there to begin with. I look up. I still don't understand what my own trial is supposed to be, but for some reason my mind has been cleared up a bit. Alright, so we're going to call it a day. Oh, we're not going to call it a day for that. I'm going to go ahead and split this video right here. And then we'll continue on scene 9 once I get done taking a break. So I will see you guys later for more Persona 4 Golden. Or Persona 4 Arena. Peace out. Alright, and we are back to more Persona 4 Arena. But in any case, I need to keep chasing after Mrs. President, because I'm Jack Bauer. And now, immediately, I see a recognizable feature. Her long ponytail. Mrs. President! Mrs. President!
Wait! It's too dangerous to go alone.
I immediately flip over a table and scream, "Damn it!" She's smiling. I wasn't expecting that at all.
Calling me impressed that you managed to catch up to me so quick.
This calmness. Has she expected that I would follow her? I'm beginning to feel like she's toying with me. But I understand now. Nothing I can say to her will change her mind. There's no helping it.
Promise me that you won't leave my side. And you can't do anything rash. If you can't agree to those terms, I'll have to force you into protective custody. This is a matter of life and death for you.
Sure thing. Then let's get to that announcement room together.
I thought that I'd been able to keep her in check by saying that her life was in danger, but she didn't seem to take any notice. She just shrugged and accepted my proposal. She's quite hard to deal with. I'm not sure if she knows how I'm feeling, but she speaks up.
Mind if I ask you something?
What is it?
There's a moment of silence. Just as I'm about to ask her to go on, Miss President continues.
Tough, being forced to fight your friends, huh? Sorry. You don't gotta answer.
She must still be thinking about my fight with Yukiko. True, I'm slightly hesitant to talk about any of this, but it's a question that must be answered. That's how it feels to me.
No, you're right. If I could avoid it, I would. But I believe in my friends.
You mean your friends won't hate you after the fight? Or you think they'll understand that you don't really want to fight?
I don't know. Both, maybe. I mean, there's no way we'd fight each other without some kind of reason.
Will she believe that answer? I study Miss President's face. But when she opens her mouth, she has an unexpectedly gloomy look in her eyes.
What if you had to kill each other?
Whoa, it's never gonna get that far. Kill each other? I truly hadn't anticipated that question. I'm all caught off guard by how I hadn't even considered it. It's true, there's no guarantee that this General Teddy won't suddenly decide to make us fight to the death on a whim.
Sorry, that was probably over the line. I don't know why I said that.
I wouldn't let it happen.
Even if I was forced into a situation, I would never follow that order. That's all I can say for right now as I quickly flip over another table. Fuck! But after hearing my answer, Mrs. President cast her eyes down again. After seeing that behavior, how do I put this? Felt a sense of incongruity. I'm not even sure if I said that right. Why could that be? Something doesn't feel like her. Could Miss President be carrying some unimaginable burden that she hasn't yet to confide in? Is it so heavy that she would ask the question of me? Speaking of which, if General Teddy does turn out to be her shadow, what does that mean about whatever repressed thoughts she truly has? Certainly, it seems that her courageous and cheerful demeanor are a mirror image of that, and a slight sense of fear chills my spine. Oh my goodness. My thoughts race through my head while we walk down the hall. Whoa!
What are you doing?
I thought I broke my nose for a moment. It's that invisible wall again. Even though I shouldn't have been expecting him, I'm relaxed. I'd relaxed my guard and even walked right into one. I hold my nose and wave, Miss President. Wave away, Miss President, who looks concerned.
There's an invisible wall. I don't think I can go through here.
An invisible wall? Oh, that must have been why you broke out of the mime act every now and then. Well, if I can pass through, it must only be blocking the tournament fighters. This world sure is out there.
Miss President walks right through the palace I had bumped into. I said the palace, holy shit. The place I had bumped into. So that must be the case. As I imagine, Miss President is unaffected by these walls. It is because she It's because she's half? Is that half? Oh my goodness. It's because she's not one of the fighters in the Grand Prix. They could have made a better backdrop. I'm just saying. Like, I can barely read some of the text. Of course, if General Teddy really is her shadow, maybe the normal rules don't apply to her. The entrance leading into the school building is ahead of us, but perhaps worst of all is that the wall I had just walked into is blocking me from reaching there. I'll just have to find some other way. No, there are walls there too, and the same can only be said for the direction towards the entrance. A thought crosses my mind as I check back the way we had come. Oh my goodness, I can't read today. Just as I thought. See that? Just as I thought was easy to read. Another invisible wall has formed where I had just passed and I can't go back. With walls in every direction, there's nowhere I can go. I'm trapped. And if I can't go anywhere, this can only mean one thing. The next challenger.
Careful. This probably means...
The moment I call out to Miss President, General Teddy appears on the monitor in the entryway. It means my third round in the P1 Grand Prix is about to begin.
Is your snout okay, Sensei? Jeez, you're such a klutz.
What a douche.
You're still using that form? It's getting old. Why don't you just show your true self?
Boy, you got peevish. I don't have any idea what you're talking about.
I was intentionally trying to rile him up, but he wasn't falling for it. Looks like I'm not going to get him to reveal anything that way. I quickly changed tactics.
So who's my next opponent?
Ooh, now you're getting into the spirit of things. Let me guess, you're starting to enjoy beating up your friends? Hee-hee! Okay, with the next challenger, come on down!
Come on down. Bob Barker, Ted Teddyson. The general doesn't pick up my intention, loudly yells out in what appears to be his pre-battle catchphrase. Smoke pours out. And who should appear from the smoke but the person I was expecting to see? 4 of us enter the TV together. I've already fought against Yosuke and Yukiko, then...
That's what I thought.
Chie.
You're the last of us, after all.
Yeah, I had a feeling you'd be next, too.
Waifu number 1! I don't want to fight you! No! Chie laughs along with me. For the moment, there doesn't seem to be anything wrong with her words and actions, but I can't let my guard down around her. After all, I felt the same way when I encountered Yukiko too. But as they say, the third time's the charm. I have to see if Chie is in her right mind. I decide that's the best way to do it. I decide that the best way to do that is to be calm and start a conversation.
Chie, you know what they're doing, right?
Before I can begin to explain, Chie cuts me off.
Yeah, I know. The stuff we say gets twisted around so we end up fighting each other, right? Don't worry. You're the son of a bitch who left us as soon as the last case ended, but you're still our good friend.
What?
I mean, you have it easy. You're just fighting your friends. I had to keep killing you over and over, all because of you humans!
What? Now this is obvious. Chie is clearly not herself. It's so blatant, her words don't offend me at all. Moreover, it's not just out of character, but Chie would never say anything like that. And you humans, that's as good as confessing that you're not human. Alright, carnivore was it? Miss President is watching us from nearby. She looks more dumbfounded than worried. Still, what Chie said at the end caught my attention. I had to keep killing over and
More
over.
stuff about killing, huh? Miss President was talking about it earlier, too. This must be...
It hurts. It hurts. It hurts. Hurts. I'll give you a taste of the pain they put me through!
She's not even trying to sound like Chie anymore. I can't even begin to understand what she's talking about, but if a shadow is intentionally making people say these things, what does that mean about Miss President? Killing each other? All because of humans? What kind of secret past could the new student council president of Yasogami High be harboring? Now is not the time for this. I'll have to look into this after we cleared up the confusion
Let's
between
do
us.
this, Chie.
I ignore her words and draw my sword. Immediately, Rize's voice echoes through the area as if she's waiting for us.
Well, round 3 of the P1 Grand Prix already. Word on the street street is that the carnivore may have a slight advantage.
What you talking about, Rita?
Will you, Senpai, all talk and no skill, manage to eke out a win this time? Let's get this show on the road. Ready?
Ready, steady, give me good luck. Yeah, might as well. Alright, so she said something about having a slight advantage. As long as it's not that Naruto Ultimate Adventure bullshit when ninjas get freaking 80% attack boost and rape you on screen. I'm fine if that doesn't happen, but hopefully they don't get no advantage here. Oh, you son of a bitch! Oh, you son of a bitch! What? The computer just loves gold bursting for no reason. That random super! Oh! She's spamming! She's spamming that shit! Get that shit out of here! The computer's so weak! That's all I had to do was line barrage or whatever you call that move. Come on, waifu! Waifu! I know you can do better than that, waifu. Waifu. Waifu, come on. Come on, waifu. Computer sucks. The computer sucks so hard playing with Chie. Doing random supers like that? Come on. Come on now. I've won. I lowered my sword and began slowing my breathing. I don't believe I injured Chie too badly. I just put a sword in her, that's all I did. Considering that this was my third time having to do this, I feel like I'm getting pretty good at not having to seriously wound people in the fight with my sword.
Wipe that smug look off your face. This isn't fun at all.
You ain't Kenshin Shu. I called him Shu. He ain't Kenshin using the backhand of his sword or the backside of his sword. General Teddy has seen that the fight ended without any injuries and spits his words through the monitor. What is you using? The reverse blade sword since he's not injuring people? He has to be using the reverse blade sword because there's no other way. Let him say whatever he wants. I fought all my friends I came into the TV with. None of them are hurt. All that's left is to head into the announcement room and make sure Nanako is safe, and then we'll be able to go home. I walk over to Chi and help her off the ground. She's come back to her senses and she seems a little sheepish. Are you alright? I should have said you were no challenge at all. Because it's true.
Man, you're strong. I'm kind of shocked at how much of a difference there is between us.
Look who's talking. I've never been kicked around so badly in my life. I wait for Chia to reach her feet and then tell her everything that's happened to this point. At this point, to this
The
point.
others are safe
Damn.
too? What a relief. I was
Alright.
pretty worried.
She is so relieved that she sits down on the floor once more. I can't help but smile at the reaction. She really does care about her friend. Yeah, these are the people I believe in. Seeing us exchanging smiles like nothing was wrong, Miss President sounds perplexed when she
You
speaks up.
guys really are tight, aren't you? Makes me jealous.
Well, we did spend a whole lot of time together last year because of that case. Sure, I was surprised to hear such weird stuff coming from him, but I know he'd never say any of that to me. Wait a sec. Who are you?
Oh, I forgot about that. I quickly introduce Miss President and tell Chie that she may be a victim of this case. But Chie looks again at Miss President suspiciously.
Huh? The student council president? You mean ours? That doesn't seem right. I remember the new president being a guy.
What are you saying? I'm the student council president. Who else would I be?
You saying I look like a guy?
I'm pretty sure, though. Maybe if you told me your name, I'd remember.
My name?
Miss President stops moving. What's going on? She can't tell us. She can't tell us her name. That's what the fuck? I can't see. Damn it! It matches in with the background. That's not the strange question. That's not that strange of a question, is it? But for some reason, Miss President seems unable to answer. I sense some kind of incoherent melancholy from her. I know how to say that word though, which is outrageous. Chie and I share a tense glance.
My name's...
What's wrong?
My memories. No, I don't want to fight anymore. Why do we have to kill one another?
Kill one another? I gasp when I hear the words fall from her mouth. I don't know what's crossing her mind right now, but she's definitely not acting normal. I glance at Chie, then try to approach Miss President in the hopes of calming her down. Why are they playing this music out of the blue? Without warning, Miss President begins flailing her arms as if trying to ward off demons. Chie reaches out and touches her in concern. Mrs. President's arm catches Chie and easily knocks her aside. Oh, okay. Time to guess that music. Shit. What is this from? Oh, I think I know this one. I think I know it. It's Naoto's dungeon, right? It's gotta be Naoto's dungeon. I gotta be right about that.
Chie!
No, this is no. This isn't Naoto's dungeon. This is Magatsu Inaba's dungeon music. Yeah. I barely managed to catch Chie before she slants into the concrete wall. Slams into the concrete wall. Still, the sudden breakdown. What in the world happened to Miss President? Once I help Chie back to her feet, we carefully approach her from both sides. This will be a little rough, but it can't be helped. We can't ask her anything while she's like this. But at that moment...
What?
Whoa!
No way.
Before I know it, Miss President is flying through the air. She was jumping. For a moment, I can't comprehend what I'm seeing. This is no ordinary leap. She was at a standstill, but now her entire body is suddenly up higher than my head. Her jumping ability is unbelievable. She was a track star, son. Chie and I look up in astonishment as Miss President kicks off the ceiling to change direction and lands at a full run. Damn.
Wow. Who is that girl? Did I say something to offend her? She did mention something about her memories.
Come to think of it, her memories did seem a little muddled. Maybe she was on the verge of getting them back.
What kind of memory would make her go nuts and run away like that?
War memories. I can't answer Chie at all. What if you had to kill each other? I hear Miss President's sad voice in my head. Chie apparently wasn't expecting me to answer her, and she continues.
I'll wait here. Make sure you rescue her, okay?
Her voice is strong and confident. To drive the point home, she pokes my chest with her finger as if she's ordering me. Of course, that's your waifu, son. Hiro Tatsuya, you don't remember this? Even though she might be in danger herself, she's still worrying about others. All my friends are like that. That makes me really happy right now. I ask Chie if she'll be alright on her own. She fires back, let me worry about that. I nod to her and begin running after Miss President once more. I will save her no matter what. I think it would have been a lot less work if they had just voiced that little bit he said in his head and then cancel out all the text. But even though I was running as fast as I could, the invisible walls keep preventing me from making much headway. I attempt to strike at the walls with my persona, but nothing happens.
So many invisible walls, one after another. Miss President can pass through them. I don't know if I can keep up the pursuit.
The announcement room is still my destination. There's no way to know if that's where Miss President is headed as well, but if there's a shadow waiting for me, I'll need to get there anyway. Teddy and Rize should be in the announcement room, and if Nanako is being held captive, that's where she'd be as well. I have to keep running, but yet another wall blocks the hallway. At first, I think that this is the dead end. I realize that I can cut through a classroom and come out on the other side of the wall. What? It's forcing me to enter the room rather than letting me go straight. This probably means I brace myself and put my hand on the door. Uh-oh. The moment I step inside, a familiar voice echoes in my mind.
Hi. Senpai! Can you
Whoa.
hear me? Please answer me!
It's Rize.
That voice. Is that you, Rise? The real one?
Her voice isn't coming from the PA system. I'm actually hearing it in my head. This has to be the work of Rize's persona.
Thank goodness. I've been all alone since that weird fake Teddy captured me. And then you were all fighting each other.
I can hear the relief in her voice. She sounds so different from the insensitive and rude voice that had been coming from the PA system. This is indeed the
Where
Rize
are you
I
now,
know.
Rise? Can you locate where I am?
I'm sorry, I don't think there's time. I'm stuck in the announcement room. Please, Senpai, you have to hurry. If you don't, he'll...
Rise! What's wrong, Rise?
There's no answer. The communication has been cut off. Has something happened in an announcement room? My heart begins racing as I quickly flip over 3 tables. The enemy made us fight each other as participants in a tournament where they had captured Rize as well. It's clear to me that they must have been worried about her using Persona's powers to tell us the truth, but that's not important right now. If she was just captured to prevent her from contacting us, then the enemy must think of Rize as being less valuable than those who had to fight. She sounded okay, but who knows what might happen to her now. I have to
Pardon
hurry.
me for interrupting while you are lost in thought.
Hey! Sounds like Aigis. A hand brushes my shoulder. In surprise, I jump away and draw my sword. I can't believe that I let myself get so lost in thought that I didn't notice someone until they touched me. This is the second time I felt myself get so distracted. I've gotten used to having my friends with me while we investigated last year. I can't pay attention to the entire world on my own. I need to brace myself. I look up and see another unfamiliar face. Yep, that's Aigis. She looked different, kinda. A girl with blonde hair and striking blue eyes. Wait, a girl? Her face and voice seems human-like, but the rest of her, there's metal everywhere, all over her body. All over your body, girl. For a moment. For a moment, I wonder if this is just an elaborate costume, but I can see the interior framework of her body where her joints
I didn't
connect.
mean to startle you.
You're...
It's nice to meet you. My name is Aigis. And no, I am not human. You are the one from the introduction video, listed as the Sister Complex Kingpin of Steel, Narukami-san. Correct?
The question catches me off guard. I wasn't expecting a complete stranger to call me that. Did she say she wasn't human? It's well when Yosuke called me that. It's well when Yosuke called me by that stupid title. I knew it was a joke, but when a stranger says it, it sounds like they truly believe it. This is a pain.
Nanako is important to me, but calling it a complex is stretching things.
No, wait a second. I was trying to play it off, but I ended up blurting out Nanako's name anyway. Calm down, I need to take this conversation away from this subject. I clear my throat and start over.
Aigis-san, was it? Why are you here?
Our primary objective is the destruction of shadows, but we have come to this world on a different mission.
The destruction of shadows.
She fights shadows. How can she do that if...
And does that mean...
Yes, I have a persona as well. Though my body is a machine, personas are the strength of the heart after all.
All over my body, yeah. Your body. Just as I thought, I was surprised to find another persona using outside of my group of friends, and a robot on top of that. I can't come to Is that gripes or grips? I can't come to gripes? I can't come to grips with all of this. What the hell? Is that a spelling error, or am I just fucking not comprehending what that is supposed to mean? I can't come to understand all of this. Let's say that. From the way we were talking, she seems like a normal person, only in an interesting suit. True, I've seen stories on the news about robots looking uncannily like real humans, but isn't something like this far beyond those? Still, I can't help but believe the evidence of my own eyes. I mean, I've been hopping in and out of TVs for the past year. Who am I to say that's not strange? Perhaps the technology behind her creation has supernatural roots of its own. I find myself growing more and more interested in how she came to be, but I have to put that aside for now. There's something I need to find out from her first. This P1 Grand Prix. It's so similar to the events of last year, but to think that it would involve someone like her. I don't have a clear picture of anything. Oh my goodness, shut the fuck up. Stop thinking to yourself and talk. I call myself and then ask her.
And what is this mission of yours?
She opens her mouth to respond, but just then, the monitor inside the classroom turns on. It's at that moment that I suddenly remember. It's likely that I'm going to have to fight here. I've forgotten about sensing that when I entered the room.
Aha! So that's where you got to, Sensei. I've been looking all over for you. Ooh, who's the honey? Were you in the middle of trying to score with her?
Maybe.
As if you didn't know. You're the one who lured us both here.
Oh my, did you figure it out? I didn't have a choice after those guys decided on their own to horn in on the fun.
Huh, so they came in on their own ordeal.
You're a bright boy,
By their
Sensei.
own choices.
You know what's coming next, don't you?
Yup. My body's ready. Cause my body all over your body, yeah. Could Aiga-san's mission be something that could cause him trouble? Would cause him trouble? I can't figure out what his motives are, but he's using us to crush each other. In other words, she's the next challenger that's being set against me. Aiga-san seems to understand this as well and is staring at the monitor with a quiet animosity.
Sorry about this. Do you know the rule of this tournament?
Only the victor of each match may move on. Yes?
I have nothing against you, but I'm in a hurry for my own reasons.
Neither of us, in other words, can back down. Then there should be no hard feelings.
Oh shit. It just got real. Aiga-san is refreshingly straightforward about this. She immediately takes a fighting stand. A bitter thought comes to me. It's tough being forced to fight my friends, but for some reason, having to hurt someone that I don't even know is tougher. Another thought comes to my heels, comes on the heels of that one. I don't know this girl. Perhaps her appearance here means that there are urgent problems that an ordinary student like me can't fathom. What gives me the right to stop her on her mission? Shouldn't I know what's at stake before I take that from her? Thankfully, it seems that she hasn't gone mad like my other friends. Perhaps the enemy doesn't care about clouding the minds of people who don't know each other. If we're still capable of understanding each other, then we should talk this over before
That
we do
will not
anything.
do. We will speak more of this after one of us wins.
Oh wow. Aiga-san says this so quickly as if she's reading my mind. For a moment I'm struck by how she could have known what I was thinking, but I realize that she's right. What good would it do for us to talk things over? True, the loser cannot leave this room, but until we have a battle, neither of us is going anywhere. It doesn't matter if we can come to an understanding or not. Until we have our fight, none of our goals are going to be accomplished. If that's the case, then it's better if we don't hear about each other's problems before we fight. That could be why Aigus hasn't told me anything. This must be her version of kindness. I silently ready my sword. Aigus-san appears to smile slightly when I breathe. Right, I'm not going to give up, blah blah blah, let's just get to the fight. I need Nanako and my friends to be safe. And I have to make sure that Miss President is okay. I will use everything I can to protect them. To thank her for her consideration, I will make it a point to announce that I'm ready to start
Here
the fight.
goes. There's no need to hold back.
Indeed. Let us do battle.
Let us do battle. Alright, so we're gonna go ahead and save the game. And I think I'm gonna take a short break before I continue on with this battle. So once we come back, we will be fighting Aigus. So I will see you guys next time.